Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamonds for Wednesday, February 26, 2025. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps grow the show. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, 6:30 Eastern time on Fox Sports 1. We're heading to the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut for Georgetown and UConn. We got the Hoyas and the Huskies. Huskies laying 12 at home. 140 being the total. Georgetown does come in 16-11 on the season. A little bit banged up, though, and they got back-to-back road games. They were just at Creighton. Now they have the Sunday, Wednesday turnaround here. They lost that Creighton game by double digits, by the way, and this is a team that's just 3-7 on the road. They've actually lost 4 straight road games, 3 of them by double digits. They're up against the Huskies here, who are 11-2 at home. Dan Hurley's team needs some wins down the stretch, to help the cause for the NCAA tournament. They are 18-9 on the season, 10-6 in the Big East. They also won the first matchup pretty handily, by 8 points in the first time. That was on the road at Georgetown. Now they're back at home here. I think they start the run here towards the NCAA tournament. Laying the 12, I don't love laying the wood here, but I think UConn wins by like 15 points. So we're going with the Huskies over the Hoyas to tip us off on Wednesday. We got next game up, 7 o'clock Eastern. We're heading to the SEC, on SEC Network, actually. The Noble Center in Norman, Oklahoma for 17th ranked Kentucky Wildcats and the Oklahoma Sooners. 162 being the total, minus 2.5. That is Kentucky as the road favorite. They come in 18-9 on the season, just 7-7 in the SEC. Oklahoma 17-10 on the year. But they've had a tough kind of go of it in the SEC so far, just 4-10 in conference. They've actually lost 5 of their last 6. I'm kind of looking to fade Oklahoma a little bit down the stretch. I almost feel like, yes, they did beat Mississippi State, but in that game, if you go into the box score, I watched some of the game, but the box score, man, huge disparities there. First off, they shot over 40% from the three-point line, and they had a huge free throw edge. I don't think they get that same kind of that many more free throws against the Kentucky Wildcats, who spot-wise, yes, they are on the road, but they just lost to Alabama, and they have been playing better basketball of late. They've covered 4 of their last 5 against the spread, 2.5, a pretty short number here. I wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky, call it, I don't know, a pretty high-scoring game, maybe like 80-70, something of that nature. I think the Wildcats get it done. We're going with Kentucky over Oklahoma for the second game up. We got 1 game left. It's going to be a nightcap and the best bet for the show. A reminder, if you could comment below, it helps out the algorithm growing the show. All is welcome. Do have a couple questions already lined up for the Q&A coming probably on tomorrow's show, but feel free to fire away any questions, what you're picking on tonight's slate, NBA, college basketball, all is welcome, guys. Hey, even MLB right around the corner. So also smash that like button. And if you're interested in premium picks, got one up here Wednesday night, 4% big bet going. So you can check out premium picks, Drew Martin experts page, WagerTalk.com. All right, guys, last game on the card. It's 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network. We're heading to the Galen Center in Los Angeles, California for the Ohio State Buckeyes and the USC Trojans. We are seeing a competitive price tag here. USC minus 1.5 as the home favorite, 153 being the total. Buckeyes at the Trojans. Buckeyes come in 2 games over 500, just 7-10 in the Big Ten. USC a game over 500, 6-10 in the Big Ten. But I think some of this, being on the West Coast now, Ohio State is coming off of the UCLA game, so they got that kind of Los Angeles two-step. But they lost to UCLA, and they only scored 61 points. And Ohio State in the game before that only had 49 points. So they went sub 50 against Northwestern, then came back with 61 points. I almost think something's wrong here with the Buckeyes, particularly in the offensive end. They've lost 3 straight road games, both straight up and against the spread. So they've been kind of burning some cash here if you've been betting on the Buckeyes. Now, both teams have lost 3 straight, but I do think it sets up better here for the USC Trojans. That's the side we're betting on. I think Eric Musselman's team, as they get kind of that frantic pace and get kind of his system under their belt, I could see him going on a run here kind of the rest of the way. For the rest of the regular season, they stay on the West Coast if you look at their scheduling. So I have USC circled to bet on down the stretch. Their point guard, Desmond Cloud, he's back in the lineup. He's back healthy, and I think he's a big difference for the offense. Sure enough, he only played 28 minutes last game and had 30 points. So I think he goes off again. And I think USC wins this, somewhere in between, let's say 5 and 10 points. So laying 1.5 here with the Trojans at home, I think that's the spot to get on them and start this run down the stretch. So we're on the USC Trojans over the Ohio State Buckeyes. In recap, we got Kentucky -2.5 over Oklahoma, and we got the UConn Huskies -12 over Georgetown, who's a little bit beat up coming in. Guys, that's going to do it for the Wednesday show. Always appreciate you commenting below, smashing that like button, guys. And thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Cash those tickets. We'll be back tomorrow. Come back and join us.